Alright, CSS battle time. We have two-handled coffee cup. Or a pitcher, maybe? Call it a pitcher. Part of me wants to do... sorry, odd noises out in the forest. Radial gradient here. But I wonder if the repeat is enough to keep it off screen. Well, you know what? Let's just find out. Because that looks like an easy way to get our orange white going. Let's go 20. And then we're going to do white. 0 to 40. Something like that. And then we'll go back to orange. Looks pretty good. And then I'm going to place it and then size it. Let's go 100 pixels. Alright, there. It starts from center, so we're moving it off of center, doing it that way. I could do the @ syntax and that would move it from the top left corner. But let's just see what happens when we size it. Okay, we'll go more than 100 pixels, so 200. So yeah, it'll probably be about right. Let's just get it in place. 150, 180, 200, something like that. All right, 220. It's hard to tell when it's well, let's just get the right height, and then we can work at it. And what's happening, because I'm not using @ syntax, this is just wrapping around when I do higher numbers. So let's go 260, 270. Yeah, it's gonna be 215. If these don't reduce down, I'll probably have to look into the @ syntax. So let's go 180, 70. Let's get a similar overlap going here. Probably like 175. All right, let's move it back on the x-axis a little bit. Are they not quite right? I don't know. There we go. That looks pretty centered. Now let's go 25. No, it's 15. 15 for that one. 35. Man. For the second one. That's probably not going to reduce down. Okay, so that works out. It doesn't show on the edges with that spacing. That is pretty lengthy. We're at 106 characters just for those circles. So now, body, it's a background. I'm just going to put in the white background for the moment because anything else would require using an M value or a font base value here. And then no, I need a font base value there. Yeah, it's just a mess. I'd have to put in a couple more color stops in order for this to collapse to just all white, and I don't think it's worth it. Margins 50, 65, 100. I think I'm gonna have to try a different idea for this. I can already tell. Ooh. Hello. Oh my. Yeah, it's gonna be a different idea. Because look at that edge inside the circle, right up here. This up above and below are in line. That circle needs to be on top. My goodness, it's layered. Okay. Well, that negates a radial gradient. No, actually not entirely. Yeah, it negates it. It negates it. I'd rather have a shape that skips a layer, or I box shadow. But I can't box shadow over to here, because this line coming through means it should be under this white section. Alright, let's just see what we can do with this for the moment. I'm going to go 0, 0, 1 inch, 1 inch, and that's too much, too much. 20 pixels, 20 pixels. See if that's right. That's right. Hey, let's hit submit. Let's see how much that little divot is going to cost us. Okay. How do I want to fix that circle? I don't know if a border dotted. You won't get a transparent middle. I think actually what I want, I know what I want. I need to flip this. And then I need a transparent middle with that ring. So, okay, I see how I'm going to do it now. All right. 65 by 125. So margin is going to be 65 by 125 on this. And wonder if I should use border. The reason being, what I'm going to do is I was going to make the you know, actually no. HTML is just going to be orange. Let's keep this simple. I was going to have to do a box shadow or a border or something to try to condense it. And, you know, sometimes it's just not worth it to go through all that rigmarole. So now let's do this. And what I want to do is I just want the body to have the background. And that's why it'd be worth it. I want the, so that'd be why it's worth it to condense it to just the HTML. Because it's really easy to isolate that. And then the body and the paragraph that I was going to use to be transparent. And I don't want that actually. I don't want a transparent paragraph here. I do want it here. Man, I thought I had this. All right, let's. Okay. Let's look at this again. That circle needs to be underneath. The one on the left needs to be underneath. The one on the right needs to be on top with orange background. All right. What if man, that one little divot is just really throwing me for a loop because I'm trying not to make each thing with its own background, with its own, you know, like I'm trying not to repeat myself. That's the issue. Don't want to break out z-index, that shouldn't be needed. I don't know why I was thinking transparent was the way to go. The one on the left could be transparent. The one on the right needs a background. Okay, I have an idea. I think I can still pull this off. And I think it's going to be by adding a comma plus P. So what this will be is any paragraph that's an adjacent sibling. Oh, that might get both of them though, because one's going to be an adjacent to the body with how we have this. Might be. Maybe I do a plus star. No, because then the body, but the body is overwritten. With this background, so it won't matter if it's targeting the body there as well. I wonder why it destroyed everything. Oh. Maybe I need to isolate this. Okay. And star plus star, no. I wonder if it's no, we have a background on the HTML. Interesting. So this is still working for selecting the body. I wonder why. Why can't I want to select just the second pair? Oh, I wonder if I can do P plus P. There we go. Okay, I'll just go with that. I'll just go with that. Paragraph that is, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. A sibling of a paragraph tag. So now I can do want to have it all the way around. I wish I didn't have to write another border radius. Let's give this a height. I don't think I need to put pixels on there. Sorry, excuse me. Something's there. Let's give it a funky background just to see where it is. Oh, it's nowhere because we haven't put it in yet. Okay. Yeah, I remember that, right? Oh, margin. There it is. So yeah, it's got margin collapse going. It's got let's throw a period up here because I can't put the height on the body. There we go. Then we got our border radius is wrong. I'll have to figure out how to fix that. I wonder if border 20 pixels solid. Okay. Not seeing any border radius. I keep hitting the wrong buttons. Let's just margin it off the side here. Wrong way. Okay, so we have the border radius, but it needs to be much, much bigger. Alright, let's do our 1 inch. So I think I'll end up wrapping that in a variable and then doing it that way. Alright. 70, 60, 50, 40. Is that right? 45. And then this is going to be less. Huh. And then a little bit of top margin. No? I'm curious. 135? It's going to be 125, I bet. There we go. Now it's got a background of red. Once we take that away, has a background of white. Don't want a background of white, but this selector is doing that. I want a background of orange, and then I want transparent. No, I don't want orange. I want transparent, and then I want orange. So I want no background. There we go. Get more specific with our selectors. So just this and then whatever's a descendant of it, that isolates it to our body rather than anything that's a descendant of anything, which was hitting our first paragraph tag there too. This is a mess too, but you know what? I think it's a little bit more hopeful of a mess. I think there's room to improve on this whole issue. Let's go -100, 0, 0. Oh, I'm selecting the wrong thing. There we go. This one, -100. Oops, too much. All right, let's get our values, and I think I'm going to call it after this. So you can skip ahead to the pixel pushing, and if you so desire, and see what the end result is. All right, let's hit submit. Let's see if this even works, and then yeah, get there. It works. All right, border radius. That's a long enough value. We should var it r and go here. We're gonna go 5VW and 5VW, and then down here we can just go --r. I didn't look to see if it's shorter, but oh, it's not cascading down because we're not selecting the paragraph tag in that. So I'd have to roll this into its own selector that selects everything, because I don't care if everything has this. With the cascade, where I want it to change, won't. Actually, no, we're good. Yeah, because I'm overwriting it in the one spot. Oh, still have to have that. Okay. That's unfortunate. Okay. So now because it's part of the cascade, I can rewrite the variable. That's the issue when it doesn't work, is because it's been isolated. Okay, we'll change this. 30 pixels. I can take the pixels off. You know that. I don't know why I doubted myself. Check percentages here. I never hold out much hope. What are we doing? Oh, there we go. That looks pretty good. I think 84 looks good. Let's hit submit and just see if we can save a space here. Because even though it's 3 digits, like the margin value is, we can back the 0 up right up against that parentheses. So we save on the space, not on the actual units. Okay, I think that's my mess. This is my official mess for it. How many times do I do margin? 3 times? If I variabilize it, I have to put it in there, and then I overwrite it, but I save 3, 3, 6. It's not enough. Yeah, it takes more than that on margin to save characters. It takes 12 characters to put in a variable, and you only save 3 of whatever the property name is. Again, you can check my math on that. I could be wrong. Quite often I am. Very often I am. Alright. A lot of weird selectors got us there. Alright, 190. That one little offset circle was a lot more trouble than I thought this was going to be. Now that's part of the fun. We're going to keep saying that. Just keep telling yourself that. It's part of the fun. Alright, I hope you're having fun with this, and I will catch you later.